Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel. Welcome to those of you who are new. Welcome back to those of you seasoned veterans of what we do around here. This is the Life Lesson Series number 268. We continue our Life Lesson Series in the effort to try to give you an insight into the mindset of things that can move you forward or things that life may be trying to teach you that you're not paying full attention to in a good way. We continue to make a decision in that regard and hopefully make something come of it. Hopefully, we continue to do that often enough. We got over 1,400 of these for your listening pleasure, continuing to add whenever we can. So feel free to reach out when it works for you. At PO Perception or in the About Me section of this YouTube page, either one will give you connections with me and or a member of my team. We can make something happen from there. In any event, a couple of things to look at here in this life lesson series. Use your talents, find what your talents are, and use them to your advantage. Your talents are what matter to you, and they also are what matter to moving your life forward. So, when you begin to understand how to use your talents in an appropriate manner, and also how to identify what has you talented, what makes you talented, and what you may be undervaluing in some way, it can be super valuable for a number of reasons, the limitations of which are, I wouldn't say not there, but you got to begin to understand that if you use your talents in a manner that is appropriate to what you're trying to accomplish, you then begin to understand the value of connecting life in a good way in a continual manner. And so again, it becomes kind of one of those things where, your level of engagement with the future is directly related to how you use your talents, and getting the most out of your life is also connected to same. So the next thing to look at is where your attention goes, your action follows. That is to say, what you give attention to will magnify. So if you don't like where your life is, think about, in a very deep way, what am I giving attention to consistently, continually, and in a manner that is overall positive, progressive, and mindset motivated. If you are not happy with where you are in your life, chances are you're giving attention to something that isn't serving you well or isn't serving your overall goal, dream, aspiration, and or what matters to you most. When you don't begin to understand how you're using your time and attention appropriately, then you begin to be giving time away to things that don't matter in the long run. You choose what matters in your own life, and that's the other part that I think sometimes people undervalue or underestimate, in the sense that where you're putting your energy, where you're putting your time, is directly related to what you're making matter. In reality, nothing matters until you make it matter, meaning that if you don't like where your life is going, focus on and or make matter other different aspects of your life, and then begin to understand the value of connecting at a deeper level within what you're trying to accomplish. When you are only focused on that which is going to immediately get you the results you want, then you have to understand there's a cost for that. When you're focused on a person who isn't giving back to you, there's a cost for that. Everything in life has a cost and a benefit. So when the costs outweigh the benefits, then it's time to move away from an action. When the benefits outweigh the costs, it's time to continue the action. Look at where your energy and time is going and evaluate whether that's the life you want to continue living. The next thing to look at is the identification of ultimately how much you give. Now, giving should be done in a manner that allows you to test whether a person is appreciating the giving from the standpoint of, are they giving back, or are they doing something where they're taking more than they're giving. The consistent value of energy as it relates to kind of giving at a deeper level is that if you give to someone eventually, whether it be through time, through money, through effort, through attention, through focus, through love, through support, through whatever, they are giving back. So if you're giving to someone who is continually not giving back, you are condoning and conditioning their selfish behavior. Obviously, people are going through hardships upon occasion, and there's value in that way to connect. And obviously, sometimes we have to give to others who can't give back for a moment. but expecting someone to be able to give back at some point, and or living without the fear that we're going to be in some way taken for granted or taken advantage of, is also important when we begin to understand the value of knowing that we must be accountable to living without fear as it relates to how we give back and or what matters. We then begin to understand the value of kind of connecting on a deeper level with the things we're trying to accomplish. And so sometimes it becomes extremely difficult to identify what we're going to accomplish, needing to accomplish, wanting to accomplish, because people don't necessarily have the most healthy view of what accomplishment is supposed to look like. So hopefully this is helpful. I encourage you to keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Until next time, everybody.